Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be going over how you can book 1 to 2 appointments per day through DMs for your agency on pretty much autopilot. This is the system that I'm working right now in 2025. I use these to book 17 appointments in the last few weeks just for my own agency. I'm using it for my clients as well, and yeah, it's just an absolute cheat code. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing you want to do before I show you the system, I show you the lead sourcing, you want to just pick one platform to run this system. So school, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. Pick one and stick to it, because if you try and run 10 outbound systems at the same time, it's chaos and you can't scale it. It's impossible to actually track everything and do everything. So just pick one outbound system, and you do that by picking one platform that your niche is on the most. So whichever one your niche is on the most, you pick that one and you stick to it. So for me, I know agency owners are on X, so I'm running with that right now. I can also do LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really powerful as well. The most important thing is just pick one niche. The next thing is your lead sourcing. So there's two ways to mainly do this. You can obviously do it manually, which does get you high quality leads, but it takes like hours and hours of your time. But if you're going to do it that way, so you do your keyword searches. So for me, I search for agency, CEO, founder, all the keywords that agency owners would have in their bios and stuff. So you would know that for your own niche. You can scrape the followers and following of the influencers that target your niche. So for example, I'm in the agency niche. Someone like Daniel Fazio, he targets agency owners, so I can scrape his following and then outreach to those people. It works really well. You can go into groups and communities, pretend like you want to help people out, it can be considered unethical, but as long as you're trying to help these people, it's fine. But you go in pretending to be someone you're not, and you just then pitch them. So then you can also use the algorithm timeline. That's after you've been using these methods for a while. And then you have automated lead sourcing. So for X, I actually use Drippy.ai, which allows me to scrape thousands of leads. A quick note, some of them might be lower quality leads, because naturally when you scrape following, some of them are bot accounts, some of them all this, they're not really the best accounts. So you're going to run into issues with that, but when you add a huge volume, it won't matter, because you'll get the right leads anyway. And so yeah, if you're doing this on Instagram, you can use PhantomBuster, colddms.com. If you're on LinkedIn, you can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is really powerful as well. Okay, so the DM system starts off with a permission to pitch opener. This is where you're going to ask a question that resonates with your market. So not like a quick queue or anything like that. You're going to actually ask something that you know they're going to be interested in. You're going to be transparent about a pitch, but not needy. So like I just say, not going to lie, I've got something to shamelessly pitch you, but here goes. Like, it's much better to be transparent. You disarm them, and you're not going to pretend like you just want to get to know them and build rapport when you really just want to do business with them. They're going to respect it a lot more. The third is a low commitment CTA. So don't go straight for the call. Just get a low commitment CTA so you can send them a mini VSL, which we're about to go over, which is going to explain your offer and your service and your risk reversal a little bit more. The key points, like, don't pitch your service or what you do, because this is an unaware, problem-aware audience. So you can either focus on the overall problem and solution. So I'm not going to tell people, oh, I've got this X software and like I've got this certain method. Like, all you need to do is say you've got a unique mechanism and ask them if they're looking to get more appointments, clients, and whatever niche you're in, just apply the same logic. Well, you want to tease like a unique formula, a new strategy. You want to follow the framework, but be just authentic, be you, and act like you're talking to a friend. Don't be a robot, because yeah, this is going to be a selfie vid or a voice note. If you're on like X or something, sometimes it has to be text-based, but you can work with that as well. Here is an example. Just don't copy this, because you can if you want to. It might work for some of you, but if everyone starts using it, it won't work. So real quick name, was wondering if you're looking to scale your organic acquisition systems and sign more e-com clients to X. Got a custom vid for you, going over a unique outbound DM system that's working right now. Just want to make sure you're a fit first. Heart the message and I'll send it over. And I got a positive reply. This guy turned out to be a client. So this is another variant we've run before. So it's all right, what's going on? Appreciate you clicking on this one. I was actually wondering if you're looking to take on more clients on your ideal offer. So that's the no-brainer question that actually resonates with the market. I'm asking because I might have a huge opportunity for you, but I don't want to share it unless you give me the go-ahead first. So you're disarming yourself, you're disarming them, and you're giving them the chance to say yes or no. You're not just like shamelessly pitching them with an offer straight away. So if it sounds cool, just thumbs up this video and I'll send it over. Just be very chill in these videos, act like you're talking to a friend, and it's going to work really well. The next is a mini VSL. So if they've thumbs up or if they've hearted the message or whatever, you then send them a quick video that is a Loom, but you want to make sure you download as an MP form and send it in the platform, so they don't have to go out and like watch it through Loom, because it adds way too much friction. People just run off. So you want to explain the offer, which is like your result and time frame. So we'll get you 10 clients in X amount of time, or you don't pay, whatever your guarantee is. You want to show any proof if you've got it. You want to hit common pain points and restate the offer again. You want to explain your mechanism at a very high level. Do not go into like garbage about Facebook ads or like we do this X, Y, Z. You can leave that for the call, and even then you don't even want to talk about it that much. You're selling the ends, not the means. So be very chill CTA, straight to a calendar link where you can book in a demo call / discovery call. It's important that you frame it like that, because like, I mean, business owners aren't stupid. They know it's going to be a sales call, but if you talk about it as a sales call, it just adds more friction because they don't want to be sold to. Key points: do not go into details about your service like Facebook ads. I just mentioned that. Do not add value. Do not give lead magnets. Do not give free value. You want to keep them in pain so they have a reason to buy from you. Act like you could actually help them, so have conviction. Just be confident about what you sell. If you don't have the confidence for what you're selling, just have the belief that you can become the person who is amazing at your service, and then your conviction will come from there. Your offer and risk reversal is just the most important thing. Nothing else really matters. And that's why you want to make it unique and believable as well. Don't just say something that people want to hear if you can't actually provide it. And then, yeah, put your own unique spin on it without going off on tangents. So add some humor, like handle some objections. You get the idea. So if they positively reply to this, you want to add a small text-based message with your calendar link and explain that's going to be a low-pressure demo. So I just say, like, you can leave your card at home, or you can leave your card locked away in another room. Like, I really want to sell them, but that's just how it is. And then, so yeah, this is a system as a whole. If you run this system and you consistently do it over time, it's inevitable that you just book appointments through DMs, and just pick, like I said, pick one platform and run the system on one platform. Some important things to remember, just in general, if running any outbound DM system, is volume is going to be the biggest factor for anything. Like currently I'm sending hundreds, if not like up to 1,000 like openers per day at the moment, because with DMs, there's message request folders, there's a low barrier of entry with sending DMs, so you want to make sure you're actually sending enough volume so what you're doing actually works. Consistency, come hell or high water, send outreach every single day, because you're going to be rewarded for it. If you start like coping and not sending outreach this day because you didn't get any replies, like it's just going to be a mess. You have to you're not going to get an average, and not going to know how many appointments you're going to actually be able to book if you just quit this day but then send double the next. Just be consistent, send the same amount of outreach every single day. Your offer is more important than copy by a mile. So if you've got a bad offer in your VSL, it's just not going to work. Regression to the mean. So if you're not getting replies like 7-8 days, I mean, that's a bit too long, but if you're not getting replies like 3-4 days, but then like all of a sudden you get 10 replies and you book 4 calls that day. So don't make like rash emotional decisions about the whole system and your script. Let enough volume go through the system, and then you're not getting replies and your KPIs are whack, then you can change it. Outreach is like pure pain. This is another thing. Like, it's just pure pain. It's the same thing over and over again. It sucks a lot. You just got to keep doing it because it just books appointments. There is no magic script, so I gave you some examples, but it's important that you actually follow these frameworks and create your own scripts that only you can use so that you can have an advantage in your market. There's no point in me giving you a script because everyone's going to use it and it's not going to work. Track everything. So get a metric tracker, go on Google Sheets, track how many you've sent per day. So do tabs for each month. Every single day of the month, track how many you've sent that day, how many replied, how many you sent the VSL to, how many appointments you booked, and like you've almost got a CRM where you can track where everyone is so it's not chaos. And then anyone who replies positively at any point, you just infinitely follow up with them until they tell you to piss off or they book a call. It's very simple. And yeah, this system as a whole, you run this system and you'll book 1 to 2 appointments a day for your agency, as long as your niches are on these platforms. So I'm sure you'll have a niche that is on at least one of these platforms. I know agencies, for example, they're on X, they're on Instagram, some are on Facebook, some are on LinkedIn. So in the agency niche, it works just insanely well. But pretty much for any B2B niche, there's going to be people on one of these platforms. So it really just comes down to sending messages with the system. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. Just use this system to book 1 or 2 appointments a day for your agency. It works really well. And if you're struggling to book appointments in general, there'll be a link in the description. I don't really care if you click it or not, but it's there if you want to click on it. It'll take you to a funnel where I explain what we do and how it works. But anyway, if you like this video and you want more content like this, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.